Yo, 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 what up, y'all? This is the Everything Comics and Anime Podcast, and once again, my name is Abel, and to the left of me is Kane here.
How come I have to be on the left?
I mean, you are on the left. You're on the left of me.
You're on the right of me.
So today, we're gonna be talking. What's the topics today? The speedsters.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speedsters.
Besides everything else.
Well, yeah, outside of everything else. But okay, we're gonna talk about the speedsters today. We got different types of speedsters all across the comics, but I'm a Marvel guy, as you guys know. But I will say that I know of the most prominent speedster in Marvel is Quicksilver, but he doesn't hold a candle to the speedsters of DC Comics, which is Wally, Barry, Zoom, and what else? Okay.
You got two different Wallies. You got Black Wally. He's pretty cool, but really sensitive. You got White Wally.
Wait, isn't he gay? Oh wait, that's the show.
That's the show. No.
Oh, he gay. Oh, he's gay in the comics.
Is he gay in the show?
Yeah, he's gay in the show. Wait, no. I take that back. He gay in real life. I'm thinking they did it in the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Okay, you say it's two Wallies.
Two Wally Wests. Yes, Wally West. Barry Allen, Jay Garrett, Max Mercury, Bart Allen, XS,
right,
and the Tornado Twins, which Wally likes to call his twins, but yep.
Yeah.
No. Wait, mistaken. It was Wally's twins. My bad.
Yeah. There's pretty much, if you ask me, pretty much DC has the whole speedster theme on lock. If you ask me, because Quicksilver, when I was younger, well, not that younger, but I used to think Quicksilver was faster than not even faster. He can fuck with Flash, but nah, he can't fuck with Flash.
Well, if you put any of the Flashes in the Marvel universe, Quicksilver is going to be faster because his Speed Force does not exist in Marvel.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But if you put Quicksilver in DC, he's nothing. He all he has is his mutant gene that gets a Speed Force.
Yeah.
But if you put them in a neutral place, they already, Marvel and DC, which surprised the living hell out of me, corroborated. I said that word so wrong.
You did say it wrong.
Yes, I did. They got together.
They collaborated.
They collaborated together to talk about who's the fastest and the slowest.
Right.
Slowest, believe it or not, is Cheetah from DC. She's a speedster, but she's the slowest. Meaning, there's a reason why she's slow. She's a cheetah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And next up, I believe it's some no-name speedster that I've read like a couple arcs, like one or two story arcs about in Marvel. I mean, I don't know if he's still around. I haven't seen him lately, but yeah, he's not around. But then,
well, you have in Marvel, you have Quicksilver, Speed Demon, Wizard. Wizard is whack.
I believe that was the Wizard I was thinking about, because
there's two of them.
Oh.
There's Frank and there's Stewart. I actually know about the Frank one. It's trash to me. Slingshot and somebody simply named Speed, but there are all our lower tier speedsters compared to Flash. All iterations of the Flash, to be honest.
I mean, Quicksilver comes next because out of all the speedsters, yeah, he's actually not as fast as everybody thinks he is. Then after that is Black Wally, which is I'm gonna stop calling him Black Wally. I'm gonna call him Child Wally because he's just a child in the comics still.
Yeah.
Then you got Jay Garrett. Then you got Max Mercury. Then you got Barry Allen. Then you got Barry's grandson, Bart, from the future, who's also tied with XS. Then the fastest one of them all is Wally West, the original Wally West, the adult one. I'm gonna call him.
What about? Well, see, I'm not sure if this is the comics or not. This is just strictly for the show. What about his daughter?
XS.
Oh, okay, I got you.
She's tied with Bart.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But then you got the Rogues Gallery. I mean, you got
Zoom.
You got two Zooms. You got Godspeed. Well, the two Zooms, one likes to call himself Reverse Flash, but in hindsight, it's still Zoom. Eobard Thawne. Man, this is something interesting with that one. Not many people know. If you put him on Google Translate, it means Professor Zoom. I didn't believe it myself.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what.
Is that like what? Well, I'm not trying to sound ignorant. Is that like some type of language or?
Apparently, Eobard Thawne. I still don't know what language that is.
That doesn't even sound like an American name. I had a hard time pronouncing that when I first started getting it. I'm like, Eobard Thawne.
Right.
Yeah, I had a hard time trying to pronounce that. Let me ask you something quick about the Flash. Now, when it comes to
Which one?
Well, just Flash. Period. It's actually his Rogues Gallery.
Oh. They don't want to kill him.
No, they don't want to kill him. No, that's one thing. They don't want to kill him. I don't even think Gorilla Grodd wants to kill him.
Nope, not even Reverse Flash or Professor Zoom. They don't want to kill him because if they kill him, there's no Zoom.
So, that was actually my question about Gorilla Grodd. I know he can. He has like kind of like a telepathy power.
Yeah.
Like he's a psychic basically. But I mean, how can Flash really defeat him?
I mean there's plenty of ways Gorilla Grodd was defeated. Excuse me. Well, Wally, the adult Wally, believe it or not, because as fast as he is, he's faster than thought.
Right.
So he had to push himself to the limit to beat Gorilla Grodd. But Barry had to use tactics like find a way to get his mind shielded and all that stuff. Having a hard time there, buddy.
Can't put it next to the laptop. That's why I was looking. The laptop is water resistant, but I don't see. There's different iterations of water resistant. One of them means that if a drop of water gets on it, there's like some type of little apparatus where the water can just get dumped out. And then the other version of water resistance is that it'll stay on long enough for you to get all your shit saved before it goes in the tank. So I don't know which version of the water resistant this laptop is. So I just gotta be careful all around.
I'd rather be careful, but you'd rather be safe than sorry. Shit.
Yeah. But and this is Marlboro #1. Kane just lit.
Oh come on, you gotta keep counting like last time. Come on. Already got me yelled at by a couple of people, man.
But yeah, nobody wants to kill none of this Rogues Gallery. It's odd because nobody wants to kill him. I mean, what's a Rogues Gallery when they don't want to kill him?
Because they're just guys trying to live. That's all they are. I mean, if you can put the perfect plan to kill the Flash, all of them, right there. So here's the perfect plan for sure to kill him, to eliminate him. You'll never have to worry about him again. But they'll say no. That's too much. You'll get the Justice League on us. That's too much heat.
Yeah. So, who you think got the best Rogues Gallery between Batman, Flash, and Spider-Man?
Batman. The hell? I mean, it's a toss-up. Well, definitely Flash is last. Flash is definitely.
But Spider-Man got villains for days, like literally villains for like an entire, like you can probably go through a whole month and have a different Spider-Man villain for every day.
And not Batman?
Well, okay, you got Mr. Freeze, that's 1. Riddler 2. Two-Face 3. Bane 4. I said the Riddler, right?
I think.
Okay, I probably did say the Riddler. Joker, of course, that's 5. Catwoman's not even really a fucking villain.
She still gives him a hard time.
Yeah, still give him a hard time. Then you got the villains. Then you got the villains that a lot of people don't know about, like Man Bat, the Creeper.
Like Creeper, I wouldn't put Creeper as a villain.
No, Creeper's not really a villain. Yeah,
he's just more of an annoyance, if anything.
Yeah. Harley Quinn. Well, she's bunched up with the Joker. So Poison Ivy. That's how many I named right there. That was 7 I named. Yeah, Batman does have a lot of villains, but like I said, it's Ventriloquist. Yeah, that's another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you got Clayface. Well, depending which Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface varies. It's like fucking 5 of them.
But still, Clayface still does count.
Yeah.
And then you got the Court of Owls.
That's like basically the Illuminati.
You got the Talons.
Mm-hmm.
You got. We can go on and on and on how many villains Batman actually has, and not to mention his deadliest ones like Ra's al Ghul. Hush.
Yeah.
I mean Ra's al Ghul, Hush, and I mean Thomas Elliott, not whoever's playing him now. Which don't watch the movie because you'll be pissed off at the end.
I was about to download it and then someone told me not to.
The whole movie's great. The ending, I wanted to bash my head into a window, a wall, a brick wall.
They abused it.
You want to know who Hush is?
Oh.
Riddler.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. In the movie. Yep.
Well, you just saved me some bandwidth because I was about to download it. Fuck out of here, Riddler.
Yep. Apparently, he gained a new hindsight when he was in a Lazarus pit.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yep. They destroyed an amazing character.
And Riddler, that's kind of like, I feel like that's kind of like out of his character because Riddler, he's not like a physical. He's not gonna shoot you. I don't think he won't shoot you. He's a very mental guy.
Oh yeah.
I look at the Riddler as like kind of like Jigsaw from Saw. He could, honestly, he could be like that though. If he's done right, he could be a mental master. He could break you down mentally. But that's fucked up, man. I didn't do Hush like that.
Right. Hush is my favorite storyline of all time. And for them to do what they did, like the publishers, whoever made that movie should take a very hard look at themselves with a bottle of whiskey, bottle of scotch, and vodka, mix it all together and drink it because you're stupid.
Like how the Game of Thrones writers did. They said they was going to drink themselves to death when they was done with the show.
Yeah, okay.
But it's interesting that you brought that up. I know this is a side thing, but it's interesting that you brought that up because I read this article the other day regarding like DC Comics as a whole, and they said that like I don't know if you know Warner Brothers is owned by AT&T now.
Are they?
Yeah, since last year, 2018, AT&T brought Warner Brothers out. So this is what happened. The article was talking about how AT&T was going over like all of Warner Brothers properties and seeing like what's profitable and what's not profitable, right? So they're looking at some DC properties, and they don't think some of these DC properties are going to make any money. So we could very well see Warner Brothers possibly selling off their characters.
Well,
imagine Batman being owned by Universal, Superman being owned by Comcast. That's NBC.
They're not.
Well, my bad. Comcast is Universal. I'm sorry, but
if they're smart, they won't break up the Holy Trinity.
Yeah. If they can sell off like Booster Gold or somebody, okay, maybe, but they can't sell off the like you said, the Trinity.
The Trinity is exactly what it sounds like. It's the Trinity because you got Flash, not Flash.
Wow. Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman.
Exactly. And then you got the unholy Trinity with Artemis, Bizarro, and Red Hood. But then you got Marvel's version of the Trinity, which honestly, they should just not even try to make them into a Trinity.
Well, look, Marvel has a trinity, but it's not in comics. It's in the movies.
Yeah.
Thor, Iron Man, Captain America. That's the movies, but the comics they
No,
don't have
no,
a trinity.
No. They can't hold a candle to Trinity because that's been around forever for DC, and you just can't. You can't.
Marvel's I know it's not three people, but Marvel's quote unquote trinity, the closest they can get, is Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Spider-Man. But that's not three individual people. No. So because those are I say that those are their signature characters.
Well, if you're going based off comics, Fantastic Four changed their lineup. X-Men's constantly changing their lineup. The only one who's consistent is Spider-Man.
Yeah. And I read somewhere that in a current or upcoming run, or maybe a current run, they thinking about killing off Peter Parker again.
Again? I read. Here's the thing. On an upcoming story arc I've read, they're going to have yes, police sirens in the background.
Sorry.
Excuse me when I close this damn window.
All right, I think that's better.
Okay. Sorry. They're going to have a little fling with Peter Parker and Mary Jane again.
Well, we talked about this before, how Peter Parker and MJ are just on and off.
Yeah, they keep on and off,
They're just booty calls at this point.
I won't even put it like that. It's more complicated than that. I mean, they were married, and then he revealed his secret identity in Civil War. Then he made a deal with the devil. Everybody forgot about him. They even erased that he was married. I mean, come on. I am so sick. I'm so tired of this. Like, they killed off Peter Parker before. They tried to get rid of him before. Just leave him alone because it's not gonna. It didn't work. That 2 other times they tried. It's not gonna work the 3rd time they tried.
You can't kill off your most popular character. I mean, okay, DC did it with Death of Superman, but he still came back.
Death of Superman was actually. There's a funny story behind Death of Superman. Death of Superman happened because of Lois and Clark. That show.
Why? I mean, I used to watch the show when I was little, but why? I didn't know it had anything to do with it.
Because when they were getting married, they didn't want to conflict everything. Because Superman was actually Superman and Lois Lane were supposed to get married in the comics. Around the same time, Lois and Clark were supposed to get married. So around the drawing board, they're like let's just kill them off. And they made Doomsday. My favorite, by the way.
Yeah, we got a Doomsday fan. No, I ain't gonna say fanboy. I'm gonna say Stanboy over here.
Stanboy my ass, dude. I mean, you got an unkillable machine.
And that's the thing. He's unkillable. It's just something. I'll take that back. Villains can be OP. Heroes can't be OP. Well, they can, but I'm not particularly a fan of OP heroes like Superman and Captain Marvel and who else? OP Sentry and
Then you got Doomsday.
Doomsday. It's like you can't kill the motherfucker, man.
They brought him and Superman and Wave Rider took him to the end of time, and that still didn't kill him off.
Look, I'm going to tell you the 2 most unkillable characters in all of comics. And Doomsday is one of them.
If you say Thanos, I'm leaving.
I'm not saying that. No, it's a non-superhero comic that I'm about to name.
Who?
The fucking Mask.
Oh, yeah.
He's unkillable.
I mean, you can kill the host, somebody else will just pick up the damn mask.
Like, yeah, even if the person has the mask, you can't kill him. Like you say, you take off the mask, somebody else is going to put on the mask. Right. You can't fucking kill him.
You can't.
I don't think you can even destroy the mask itself.
Nope. I mean, if you're talking about unkillable characters, one of them is supposed to be Deathstroke with a healing factor the way he has, and the way they killed him off pissed me off. He got an arrow to the eye. His bad eye. It's not good. It's not his good eye. His bad eye.
His bad eye.
You know how many times he's been shot in that damn eye? His ex-wife shot him there.
All it took was an Oliver Queen arrow,
It wasn't even Oliver Queen.
No, I was just exaggerating, but yeah, all it took was an
Oliver Queen shot him in that damn eye. Man, how the hell did he die from this? Come on, man. Just whoever wrote that, just go home. Just pack your stuff, everything, and just walk away.
But yeah, like you said, but back to what we saying about the trilogy. I mean, the Trinity. I mean, you can't break up the Trinity, man. You just can't do that, bro.
Nope.
It's like, just imagine a scenario.
It's like you're trying to break up the Ghostbusters.
Exactly. You can't break up Peter Venkman and Ray and Egon. You can't break them all up.
Nope.
But I mean, I highly doubt that they gonna sell off all their characters. But if they do, I just find that irony, because Marvel was in that same position like in the 90s, over 20 years ago. Remember, they had to sell off all their characters to stay afloat because wasn't none of them making money. And now they got all the, and DC historically had, Warner Brothers historically had all the whole DC under their umbrella.
Well, we still don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, right now we're just assuming they're going to sell them. I mean, they didn't announce nothing.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna sell them, but I kind of knew that when they got bought out by AT&T, I kind of knew that it was something like that was gonna come up. But if they can't do that,
man. I mean, if they're gonna sell any characters, they just might as well sell off DC.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the only people who's rich enough to own DC is Disney at this point. If it's not gonna be Warner Brothers.
You know what? And I'm glad you brought that up. And honestly, I'm gonna be all the way real with you, and I'll go on record by saying this. If Disney purchases DC, I'm done.
You're not the only one.
I'm done.
They what Disney's doing, and I called this when the deal went down. You know, they watered down characters, but they'll bring them back full force for story arcs, then water them down again.
Well, a lot of people say that about Thor, because they OP the fuck out of Thor, and now he fat and kind of depowered. The Thor basically in the movies, Thor basically had he had the greatest and most tumultuous story arc. It's like y'all build him up, bring him down, build him up again. Now he down again.
Well, he's more powerful than the one in the comics. And the one in the comics, he lost his arm and during a drunken rampage.
Unworthy. I thought that's what they was doing, the unworthy Thor.
Yeah, unworthy Thor. But yeah, he's got Mjolnir back. But if anybody's read that story arc, he has the same problems as Odin did. That Mjolnir doesn't want to be near it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like.
See, like.
Let me interrupt you. You've seen his new arm, right?
In the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroyer's arm.
Story arm, yeah.
Like, it doesn't even match him. The arm's bigger than him.
When I first seen it, I'm all like, why does his arm look like it can't fit?
It doesn't fit. That shit looks it's bigger than him.
His arm mismatching and shit, like he was jacking off too much with one arm or something. Like,
no, like he like you put a XXX shirt on a freaking 10-year-old. That's how freaking mismatched that is.
You remember the episode of Family Guy when Quagmire was in the house and then he came out? And
it was like days later. And it's like he just learned about internet porn.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck the writers were thinking about with that too. His fucking arm don't even match his damn body, man.
Right, they should have done something better with that arm. Like give him a new arm or something. Destroyer's armor? No wonder why that dude he can't even do nothing no more when the armor's by itself. His arm belongs to Thor. For crying out loud. Like I want, don't get me wrong. War of the Realms was okay. It was okay. I love the part with Punisher because they gave him a bigger part, more speaking terms. Mm-hmm. You know, they made him look like more than just like I want revenge on everybody.
Mm-hmm. Because he was one-dimensional.
Oh yeah,
one-dimensional character pretty much throughout his whole history.
Oh yeah, he was.
All I'm gonna do is just kill everybody.
No, kill every single like drug dealer,
mob
super
boss,
villain,
mob boss.
Not even super villain. Every mafia leader, every mob boss, every gangster, every rapist. Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but like he needed more. Mm. But like on War of the Realms, like he had a really big part in transforming Thor's mom into like the dwarf, like the elf queen or something like that. I don't remember the whole thing because I skimmed through it.
I know what you're talking about. I kind of skimmed through it myself. Yeah, that was.
But I do have a bombshell for everybody who has. If you've been keeping up with the X-Men, this new amazing storyline is out, and it's literally a godsend because of how weak the X-Men's been for so long.
X-Men ain't really been relevant in the comics for like probably maybe 15 years. Well, not relevant, but interesting.
Right, because they made it like the artwork was bad, the storylines was just garbage.
Didn't Bendis write that?
I don't know.
Because I know Bendis was. I think he wrote a recent X-Men run.
He should just go back to DC because that's where his good work was.
No. I think that's Jonathan Hickman. My bad. That's not Bendis. Jonathan Hickman. But yeah. Yeah, Kane just put me on to that this X-Men story, man. It's fucking. It already sounds fucking amazing.
It's called House of X and Power of X. I mean, the whole thing, from the first page of issue 1 blew you away. There's a nickname to House of X issue 1. House of Flex. Because there's a scene where the Fantastic Four tries to apprehend Mystique, Toad, and Sabretooth. They got Sabretooth. And then Cyclops comes out of nowhere. It's like, okay, release him, give him to me. We'll give him a trial with his peers. They're like, well, he killed security guards over here. We got him. Go away. Cyclops basically flexed the whole time. Says, well, if you do this, it's going to be diplomatic, situation, blah, blah, blah. And then when they're trying to trade low blows for low blows, when Scott Summers was walking away, he turns to Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic and says, when Franklin is old enough, tell him his family is waiting.
Wow.
He has family waiting.
Wow.
That's the biggest smack in the face I've ever read. I could not stop laughing because he's basically, he flexed the whole time. If you read that one part, and he just flexed the whole entire time.
Wow.
And the fact that he mentioned their son, and they couldn't say nothing because they know he's a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time in Marvel history, X-Men history, they have a chart of the list of Omega mutants.
They should have been had that fucking shit.
Yes, they should have a long ass time ago.
Fucking like 30 years ago.
Yes.
You know how many Omega level mutants they got? Fucking Professor X, Jean Grey, Magneto, and I only just named 1% of those. Come on, man.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now.
How can they not? Storm is considered an Omega level mutant.
Yeah, I still feel sorry for her though.
Why you say that?
Because of what? The idiot Black Panther. Like.
Oh, here we go with this shit.
Don't give me no. In the X-Men vs Avengers, she did not want to fight him.
Yeah, because that's her husband.
And what did he do?
He fought her.
No, he got mad and divorced her.
Well, yeah, that too. And he kicked her out. He said something. Look, I want to bring up that exact panel because what he said to her was so savage. Hold on.
It's like, I'm the king of Wakanda. We're done. And we're done.
Black Panther divorces Storm. That dude, what he said to her was so fucking savage, dude. Like, I want to read the exact panel.
Yeah, you do that. You do that when I get the list of Omega level mutants because Like this is something.
All right. Black Panther said, "You know I wouldn't have fought beside. You know I would have fought beside you. And if I known this was happening, I've only stayed with the X-Men. No, that's Storm. My bad. She said I wouldn't have stayed with the X-Men to try to stop something like this from ever happening again." Black Panther says, "You're now free to stay with the X-Men for as long as you like. As long as you like, bro." She said he said our marriage was annual by the high priest of the Panther clan. You are not my wife anymore. The high priest of the clan, but you are the high priest. Please don't come here again. Savage.
No.
Savage life.
No. We can agree to disagree.
Savage life.
No, savage like my ass.
Savage life.
Savage like my ass. Savage like my ass. It sounded so sorry about the whole entire situation that she did not choose him over the X-Men. He got mad and divorced her. Like, dude, you're just a salty little fuck.
Our marriage was annual by the high priest, but you are the high priest.
Right.
Fuck out of my face. Hell no, savage.
Savage, man. Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. For some reason, I cannot find this damn list.
I'm about to find it. I got a whole laptop with Wi-Fi. All right. Omega level.
Wow, I can't believe I don't have it anymore. I should have double checked everything. Oh my bad.
Category Omega. Now I'm going to the Marvel database. Well, this is actually a fandom page, but let me see. Proven Omega level class, Omega class mutants.
Yeah, but you gotta look at the date though.
This date, it don't have one. Now, hold on. Nope. This ain't really a list. They just throwing out like random ass names. Mainstream universes and 616. I just want a comprehensive list. That's all I want.
Well, tell me this. Tell me your opinion. In your opinion for this whole entire thing, how long, as you being a fan of Marvel and X-Men in general, how long have you been waiting for a great X-Men title?
As far as comics goes,
Yes.
for about 15 years.
Because we all know who to blame. There's so many people to blame for that one.
Oh, and I found the list, by the way.
Does it look like this? Well,
I gotta go through different pages.
well, you're on the same thing I am.
No, I'm not on the same thing. I'm on comicbook.com/Marvel. What's that? That's the Marvel site.
Read comics online.
Okay.
Now, if only those two sites will pay us for this shit. This is the first page. The first page.
God damn, that's beautiful.
You can tell it's gonna be an amazing goddamn comic.
Yes. The splash page usually tells the story.
Exactly.
Usually draws you in.
I mean, the only thing I want to see is a couple questions. It may seem irrelevant. I mean, basically is. But it's just little details. I need to know what happened to certain people. Like Chamber, whatever. The last, literally the arc that just ended, he was shot and killed. Havoc exploded. But yet they're back. I want to know, how did that happen? Mm-hmm. There's so many things I want answered. So many things, and I can't wait for the next issue to come out and all that stuff, because it's gonna answer every single more and more, and questions are gonna be answered. Yes, and there's gonna be more questions on top of that. But when the whole thing is said and done, when the dust is settled, we're going to have one of the best X-Men story arcs that all of us has been waiting for so long.
Possibly of all time.
Um,
No, it's not, because I think Days of Future Past is one of the greatest storylines.
I would still debate him for the original Age of Apocalypse.
The original one?
The original one.
What about God Loves, Man Kills?
Age of Apocalypse.
Alright. I won't argue with you.
Because you have, with that one, you just have so many things. You know, so many things is flipped upside down, inside out, twisted the shit out of. You know, and it's just all around great, in just my opinion. You know,
that's the one that Wolverine became a horseman, right?
No. Wolverine became a horseman. Not during.
Not during Age of Apocalypse.
No. That's how he got his adamantium back. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention during this whole entire thing, they got their own island now. Like a whole island.
Not Genosha.
Nope.
Was this
it's right here. They got their own island, their own nation.
Kuroka.
Yep.
Krakoa. I said Krakoa. Okay.
Oh yeah, when I was mentioning House of Flex, Magneto flexes too. And I'm not. The reason why I didn't say
really?
The reason why I didn't say everything is you have to read it. It was just the whole thing is amazing.
Oh, by the way, I list of Omega level mutants, the 14 official Omega level mutants. I'm not sure if this is going counting up or counting down, but fuck it. Monarch has quantum reality manipulation. Bobby Drake, Iceman, y'all already know his power. Elixir.
Oh, Elixir, don't sleep on him, man. Don't sleep on him. Yep. He can either cure you, kill you, make you live forever.
That's crazy.
Like, you saw him in X Factor, right?
Yeah, I seen him in X Factor.
Then you know what he did to Vanisher.
Mm-hmm.
He put cancer in his brain. He's like, you gotta work for me.
That shit crazy.
It's like, it's like, I'm not gonna work for you. He's like, man, now you got brain cancer.
Jean Grey, you already know her power. Legion, power manifestation, you already know about that.
Psychopath.
Magneto, you already know. I ain't even gotta explain him. Yeah, I don't think this is in order. I think they just giving out a list. Protus, one of my favorite X-Men villains. He can basically warp reality.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. M, matter manipulation. Storm, you already know. No explanation needed.
Nope.
God damn. It's the goddamn website. Exodus.
Yep.
Shit.
They're just pop-ups.
Cookies. Kid Omega. That sounds about right.
He's annoying, but I like him.
Yeah, very annoying. Alright. 12 is Powerhouse.
Powerhouse. But I'm waiting for you to finish the rest because I know some of the names that's on there. And if I don't hear a couple specific names, yeah, that website got it wrong.
Franklin Richards.
That's one of the names I'm waiting for.
Shit. What is that?
But you know what's funny? I'm looking at when Cyclops shows up. He's like, oh, the Richards family. It's like, and you, Ben. I heard you got married. Mazel tov. You know, it's like, he's like, oh, thanks, Slim. Of course. And everyone else is fine, doing well. And she was like, just a normal fireworks Cyclops. And they're just talking. What was it? Where is it?
Number 13, Vulcan.
Vulcan. Yeah, shit. It's like, it's like, so Mr. Fantastic is like, so Cyclops is like, shall I take Mr. Creed off your hands? It's like, but we caught him. Why would we do something like that? You're a smart man, Richard. I know you know what amnesty is. He's like, I do. I also know that Sabretooth broke many laws in the last hour, including small number of injuries to guards. I have potentially that some of them, those injuries are lethal, possibly fatal. Are you really offering amnesty for that? And that's Franklin Richards talking to him. But that's nothing. I'm waiting for this stupid thing to load.
And
he's like, oh, it's upsetting, I know, but I'm afraid we are. New beginnings demand a wide breadth. He's like, then I think I have a problem with that. They just keep staring at each other. He's like, fair enough. I can see you feel strongly about this. This is Cyclops saying this. They're just flexing at this point. He's like, why don't you keep him? We'll deal with it some other time, some other way. Sabretooth is just watching the whole time. He's like, are you fucking kidding me here, Summers? The thing is like, shut up. It's like, Cyclops, this amnesty, the other things Xavier is doing, what are you all thinking? It's like, Cyclops says, my family has spent our entire lives being hunted and hated. The world has told me what I was less, when I knew I was more. Did you honestly think that we were going to sit around forever and just take it? Invisible Woman says, of course not, but Cyclops says, it's really very simple, Susan. I believe in what Charles Xavier is doing. Please greet your son for me and tell him when he's ready, he has a family waiting for him. Right here. House of goddamn flex.
Hell no.
Really, who said that's the biggest smack in the face you can do?
Right. That's so disrespectful.
Oh, and I got it right here. Here's Omega levels.
Oh yeah, and the last one. I think this list fade. Now this is the number 14, Hope Summers.
Yeah, she's on there.
But this is my problem. Where the fuck is Professor X? He's not an Omega level mutant.
He's not on here either.
You gotta be fucking shitting me. This list is trash.
Watch. Jamie Badrock, Robert Drake, Joshua Foley, Jean Grey, David Holler, Eric Lancher, Kevin McTaggart. Wow, I can't even say half of these damn names. You want to give it a try?
I got it. Alright, this list consists of Jenny Braddock, the Monarch, Iceman Bobby Drake, Josh Foley, aka Elixir, Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, aka the Dark Phoenix, aka you already know. David Holler, Legion, Eric Lensher, Magneto, Kevin McTaggart, Protus, Absalon Mercator, I think I said it right, his name right, Mr. M, Oral Monroe, which is Storm, Bennett Duparis, Exodus, Quentin Cure, Kid Omega, Frank Richards, Powerhouse, Gabe Summers, Vulcan, and Hope Summers. Her name is simply Hope. No fucking Professor X.
No, don't sleep on that yet. Don't sleep on that yet.
Why?
Because the creator of this, he put a failsafe on this. But say after this he's done. Say you're gonna take over afterwards.
Yeah.
You have to read the 64 pages of Omega level mutants, what they can do, what they can't do, who's weakness to who. 64 pages. This man is dedicated.
And we'll see I mean, it's hard for me to not include Professor X when the man can control, read, influence, and control every mind within like a 200-mile radius.
Yeah, but it's easily to block. I mean, look at Magneto. You said
All you gotta put a helmet on though. But everybody doesn't have an telepathy helmet. That's my thing.
Okay, but if you look down everything, who can do the most damages? Honestly, Professor Xavier's no pushover. Don't get me wrong. But like, okay, when he's going against like Wolverine, he has a hard time with him.
Yeah, that's true.
But I do have something. What in the crap? But you know what? You know who? It's hard to me to admit this.
I got it.
Oh, about time. But some people just don't know what the hell they're talking about, and I'm gonna save the bombshell for absolutely last. Okay, so I'm on the line app all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm reading this, I'm
All right, I don't have it.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, I'm the one who works with this thing, and it took me 2 seconds to open up your bottle of water.
Now, what you were saying?
Well, let me see here. Yeah, he did on Sunday. Well, I can't really read this right now without revealing the bombshell. Everybody knows about Moira McTaggart.
Yeah.
This whole time she's been a mutant. The whole time.
Plot twist, kids.
And her mutant power is... What's that R word?
Reality manipulation.
No. Reincarnation.
No.
You can tell everybody what I'm doing.
Marlboro number 2.
I mean, I'm about to explain how many lives this woman has, and after I'm done, you're gonna be wanting one too. I showed you the chart. How many did she have?
She had 9.
10.
lives. Well, yeah, 10, but remember,
Number 6
is missing. That's why I said
missing.
9. That's why I said 9.
No. You can't say 9 because technically she still had 10. 6 is missing from the charts.
Yeah, 6, yeah. She had 10 lifetimes, but 6 is missing.
Yeah, but here's the twist. Say you're her father or her mother. She lives her life, whatever. She goes back to that time period to be born again. When she's in the womb, she's fully conscious. She remembers that life.
Right.
When she's born, she still remembers. Which is completely insane.
She's a fetus and she remembers everything that she lived.
And guess who's like my guy who's like an older brother to me, he made me focus on this. You know who's basically her nemesis right now?
Who?
Destiny. You remember that mutant?
Yes, I do remember Destiny.
Destiny threatened her big time.
Yo, that's crazy.
Doesn't matter what we do, say, or anything. Destiny will know because Destiny flat out told her, because Destiny's killed her before. Well, she's made Pyro do it. Burn her slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Because Destiny is older than her. She's already grown, fully matured, fully powered by the time Moira gets her powers. She, in one of her lives, she tried to quote-unquote cure the mutant gene. That's when Destiny went against her.
But didn't Destiny like see what was coming? Because she got that type of the pre-recognition.
That's why she went after Moira.
Because she already seen it.
Yup, because she already made it. She went after her. And killed her in the worst way. She made Pyro burn her alive. and flat out said, if you try to do this again, I will know and I will come after you. You can't come after me because I'll know.
I'll know. It's pre-recognition.
But she's had so many lives, 10 lives. So, watch. The issue started off with a quote from Apocalypse. This is House of X issue 2.
Remember that name.
If you don't remember that name, you should go get your head examined.
It's regarding to the Bombshell.
Bombshell or not, you shouldn't remember the name Apocalypse. He is the first mutant. So, it started off with the quote, "It's going to be more than just one of her lives. She worked with Apocalypse. Maybe she knows how Apocalypse can be helpful in life, in the 10th life." That alone should tell you a lot. 10th life? Now the 3rd life is when she tried to cure mutants and Destiny has her killed. This convo on the second reading was far more interesting. Her warnings are simple. If you're born again and you try to do cures again, Destiny will know and will kill her again. If she continues after Destiny, she will know and will kill her. Destiny tells her they are always joined. Basically, they're always intertwined. Because Destiny's Destiny. I mean, she
knows what's happening. That's
right.
I mean, how could you fool somebody that see this shit coming before it even happened?
Exactly. So they're always intertwined. So this means Destiny is coming back. In the 10th life, maybe Destiny sees Moira do something later and decides not to let Shadow King Legion kill her on Muir Island. Therefore, she could be alive still. Now she has a 10th life and had to do better. She has to make a better choice at the end, or it's her last life. Yes, Destiny said, "You don't get this right. The 10th is your last." That means the only way to kill her is to kill her when she's a child before her powers manifest.
Go back to the past and kill her.
No, not past. Remember, she travels back.
Okay, I got you.
Into her mom's womb. So what does this mean? Two possibilities. If Moira doesn't make the right choice at the end of her 10th current life in House of X, she won't make it to her 11th life. Destiny is older than her and can hunt her down as a child and kill her before her powers manifest, just like I said. Also, this scene shows Destiny to be the mother of Pyro, because Pyro does call her mother.
Holy shit.
Which, as far as I know, is a new revelation. Destiny's actions leads Moira to go into her 4th life and help Xavier. And this one we know about. She ends up dead, of course. And her next life is a little more radicalized and helps make far away. I'm eaten for mutants only until the Sentinels come. Boom. What happens after this in her 6th and missing life mystery? Between Faraway, Sentinel Siege, and her 7th life of hunting Trasks, which, by the way, let me point this out. She killed every single Trask. Every single one of them.
All for Trask and
all
else.
of them. The Sentinels still showed up. Sentinels killed her. I believe it was Master Mold who killed her at the end.
This is some Days of Future Past shit, like, for real.
So 5th life is... What the hell? I just lost it. So the 5th life is Fairway destroyed by Sentinels. You'd think she would hunt Trasks immediately afterwards, but no. That life is missing. We jump to the 7th. So it went from 5 to 7. No 6, because we don't know. where she hunts the Trasks. Now the 8th life is House of M, and 9th is Apocalypse. They also show Apocalypse fighting a lesser Nimrod. He's defeated by Nimrod. Go figure. Also, in the 9th Apocalypse life, she rescues the first horseman and returns to Earth. Who is the first horseman, and what is he doing in space? Or is it a she? Apocalypse enslaves Sinister as well in this life. Oh, he's always enslaving Sinister.
Right.
At this point, Sinister is afraid of him. I mean, yeah. The Apocalypse War begins, and she doesn't die. Why doesn't she die? And how was she reborn in her 10th life? She didn't die in her 9th life, and this is what brings up an interesting question. Apocalypse is known to transfer bodies.
Yeah. Transfers the consciousness in others. Yeah.
We're theorizing that he transferred his consciousness into Moira.
God. So,
because it doesn't say how she died. The chart I have does not tell how she died.
So Apocalypse is living on inside Moira McTaggart.
Possibly.
Because technically Apocalypse can't die. All he gotta do is just transfer his consciousness in people.
Exactly.
He can't die. He can live forever that way.
This is this is his theory. I'm not gonna take credit for it because it's him, and he's like an older brother to me.
Yeah.
So his theory for the 9th life is the High Lords of Ascension. Apocalypse enslaves Sinister when Moira is 35. When she is 42, Apocalypse War begins. I believe Apocalypse transferred his consciousness with the help of Sinister into Moira's body. Sinister's hell has helped him before in the past. Remember, Archangel was supposed to be the next Apocalypse. Technically, her body doesn't die since Apocalypse has it and lives forever in it. But she is technically dead. And as a person, she travels back to be reborn in her 10th life. This could be explained in Apocalypse quote in the beginning. As for the missing 6th life, I have no way to guess what Hickman is planning. Hickman is an awesome writer, by the way.
Yeah, Jonathan Hickman, yeah.
Hell yeah.
He wrote the 2013 Infinity Story.
Well, he's doing it. This is shitting on it.
Yeah.
Well, this is Hickman's best word. Plain and simple. But I surmise it has something to do with Sinister. I think the 6th life is a Sinister life. Maybe having to do with the Summers clan, genetics, and whatever the fuck else Sinister is doing. Maybe he captured her during this life, or she worked with him, because they both work in the same exact field. Maybe she wanted a way out of Destiny, because by then she knew who Destiny is, and she wanted to get away. Anyway, those are just thoughts upon the second reading and theories. The fourth House of X, even though we've still got a while to go, it's going to be a bloody issue. That's almost a guarantee at this point.
When the next issue dropping?
Power of X 2 comes out tomorrow.
Is this like bi-monthly or this monthly?
Weekly.
Oh, okay.
Like last week was House of X 2. The week before that was Power of X 1. The week before that was House of X 1. So we have to wait till tomorrow. And what is Cerebro's true purpose? Interesting stuff. Let me see. Only 3 issues in, and I'm already enjoying. Well, I should have never said that. Damn you, Dante. I hope he listens to this and he's laughing. I'm gonna kill him when I see him. Like, he's gonna die. But nah, man, I'm just kidding, man. We always decorate each other, but he's gonna wind up cussing me out and doing all that stuff again. Let me pull up the charts because I know that's one thing. So we got her. You got year one, her first life. By the age 15, Moira meets Kenneth, Colwan, and falls in love. Year 17, Moira meets Xavier. Year 19, Moira marries Kenneth. Year 23, Moira gives birth to twin boys, Calum and Dean. Year 27, Moira gives birth to a daughter, Abigail. And year 68, Kenneth dies. Year 74, Moira dies of, heart failure. Just normal life. Year 2. Let me see. And always year 13, her mutant powers manifest. Year 15, Moira meets Kenneth, doesn't fall in love. Moira enrolls in Oxford at year 16. Year 20 becomes a biology professor. Year 31, Moira funds the Mural Research Institute. Year 44, Moira dies in a plane crash. Year 3. It's always Moira is born at year 1. I mean, do I have to explain year 1? Year 3. Moira at age 16. Oh, this time she totally dodges Kenneth, by the way. She dodges him for the rest of the time. She, at 16, enrolls in Oxford. Year 28, Moira... No. I apologize, people. Moira funds the Muir Institute. Moira identifies the X gene. Moira wins the Nobel Prize. Moira dies in a laboratory fire. Fire? Really? And how did I just tell everybody she died?
Pyro. It all makes sense.
Year 4. Let me see. Moira again. Oxford. 23. Moira and Xavier get married. Xavier and Moira established Xavier School for the Gifted Young Children. Moira dies in a sentinel attack at year 55 and Far Away. No, not in Far Away. I stand corrected. She just dies in a sentinel attack. Year 5. Goes to Oxford. No, she doesn't go to Oxford. I apologize. Year 24. She does nothing from year 1 to 24. Xavier and Moira established the mutant nation of Far Away. Moira is injured in the Sentinel attack and is in a coma. And is genocide at Far Away. A year 44.
Wow. This shit crazy.
Year 5. Moira goes to America, meets Charles Xavier at the age of 13. Oh, that was year 5. I apologize, everybody. She meets him at the age of 13 of year 5 and dies. Fairway Nation, I mean. Year 6. Blank.
We don't know what happened in year 6 yet.
Year 7. Moira joins BAF Reserves Military Training. Year 21, Moira disappears. Year 28, Moira kills Trask 1. Bellivard Trask. Year 31, she kills Donald Trask. Year 36,
Donald Trask?
Donald Trask.
Are you sure, Donald Trask?
We can only hope. Oh, shut up.
Oh shit. Hope the Fed's not listening to this.
I am Muslim, so.
Whoa, shit. We're gonna get canceled.
Year 36, she kills Gwyneth. Year 38, she kills Simon. Year 49, Moira dies discovering wild master mold facility. Year 8, Moira enrolls in Oxford. Year 17, Moira rejects Xavier.
Plot twist.
Year 24, Moira joins Magneto. Year 27, Magneto conquers America. Year 28, Moira establishes House of M. Year 35, Moira dies in House of M. Moira in prison.
Thanks, Juan.
I mean, Magneto dies. And year 38, Moira dies in a failed prison escape. Yep. Year 9, Moira wakes Apocalypse. Year 18, Year 19, Apocalypse kills Xavier. Year 21, Apocalypse kills Magneto. Year 24, Moira and Apocalypse rescue the first Horseman and return to Earth. Again, we have no idea who the first Horseman is. Year 28, Moira and Apocalypse form the X-Men. Year 35, Apocalypse enslaves Sinister. Year 42, Apocalypse Wars, and that's where it ends because we don't know how she died. We just have theories, and I do believe that he did take over her body.
He had to.
Year 10, Moira, you guys are gonna already know. Guess where she enrolled in?
Oxford.
Yep. Year 17, meets Xavier. Year 25, marries Joseph McTaggart. Moira, year 27, Moira funds the Mira Research Institute. Year 28, Mira wins Nobel Prize. Year 31, she gives birth to your favorite damn mutant.
Magneto?
No.
I got a couple of them.
The one with the P.
Oh, yeah.
Year 43, Moira and Xavier recruit Magneto. Year 47, Mira, Xavier, Magneto, Schism. Year 49, genocide at Genosha. Year 50, Mira fakes her death. Year 52, House of X. So we have to wait until this whole thing is done to see what's really going on. I have to agree with my buddy when he says I think this whole thing is mostly Moira versus Destiny.
Yeah, that's what it is. I kind of, even from what it sounds like, it's kind of like I don't want to call it a mental battle, but with somebody who can see what somebody's doing before they even do it, that is kind of a mental battle.
Exactly. I mean, we have to wait and see what's going to happen. I mean, regardless, what Hickman is doing is amazing. I mean, the man, he knows what he's doing.
He's Marvel's best writer after, Bendis left, but Hickman is Marvel's best writer.
Yeah, but he's the one who wrote the 64 pages about the Omega 11 mutants.
Yeah.
I mean, throughout X-Men history, whoever wrote the X-Men and all that stuff, no one's ever made a manifest of the Omega level mutants.
But see, I'm gonna say this: the two greatest X-Men writers is Hickman and Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
But Chris Claremont, like you said, he never even made a manifest, and he's the one responsible for like pretty much all the X-Men we know now, all the greatest stories we know.
Well, he should have took the time and made a manifest. What can I tell you?
Look, Chris Claremont, you guys don't know. Chris Claremont, he wrote Days of Future Past. He created the Dark Phoenix saga. He created countless mutants, which I'm not gonna go over right now. But
I don't think we have enough time.
Yeah, we not even gonna have enough time.
I don't think we have enough time in a month.
Right, we not even, because see, I kind of think the X-Men, I think they took off for real when he started writing them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like in the 80s. That because the Days of Future Past story, I believe that came out in 1981. It was either 81 or 82, one of those 2 years. But yeah, that's when the X-Men hit their stride, and it's also because of him that we know the cartoon that we know that the 19, yeah, that's mainly him.
Shoot, I remember I used to set alarms.
Yeah.
To make sure I'm awake to watch X-Men animated series. Like I had to watch it. It was like a religion every Saturday.
And I don't know, I probably said this in a previous podcast. You know, before it was the 92 X-Men cartoon, it was a pilot called The Pride of the X-Men.
No, I did not know about that.
Yeah, it was called The Pride of the X-Men. And Wolverine, you know, like his classic, like he was brown and tan. The brown and tan. But see, this is the only bad thing about it. For some fucking reason, Wolverine was Australian. He sounded like fucking Crocodile Dundee.
He's Canadian.
Yeah, Wolverine. I could bring. Well,
no. I believe.
I can pull it up.
If you pull it up, I'm believing.
Yeah, Wolverine was Australian for some fucking reason. Okay. I don't know why, but they changed it. Thank God.
Well, they would have had a riot on it. I mean, it's Wolverine. I mean, the guy outlives everybody. I mean, there's memes about him, and one of the best ones of I saw. It's like a text message meme between Cyclops and Cable. And they're talking about Jesus and time travel. He's like, I want to meet Jesus. Cable says, I want to meet Jesus. So he travels back and comes back. He's like, well, I met him. I freed him from a cave. But he's oddly smelled like cigars and says, thanks, Bob. It's like, Jesus Christ, how old is Logan?
I met him in the cave. He smelled like cigarettes and beer.
Cigars
and beer.
And said, thanks, Bob.
Woo! That's funny. Thanks, Bob. Hell no.
I mean, you got endless memes for Wolverine. I mean, I love Wolverine to death. I mean, he's one of my all-time favorite X-Men. I mean, when they had the death of Wolverine, it pissed me off to no end. But they still won't explain how he came back to life.
They kept it vague on how he came back to life. They're not telling nobody.
And you know, I was wondering, how many kids does this guy have?
This man, I mean, he has to be at least like 250 years old.
But he has so many kids.
Like probably like 300 illegitimate kids running around here.
One of them, I was surprised to learn, was a group of supervillains that he actually fought, but they pushed him to the limit that he actually killed them. Mm-hmm. But after he killed them, he found out there was his kids. So he took every single one and buried them next to their moms.
I wouldn't want to see his child support bill.
I don't think they have to catch him first.
Yeah, they gonna have to catch him first.
I mean, do they have child support in Canada?
Matter of fact, they don't. I don't think they have child support in Canada.
Well, then he's good. Then. And plus, 2 of his kids are in the Savage Land.
Yeah.
One of them was born in Japan. Well, one that we know of. And then you got one of my favorite ones is the one that's not even born yet.
Which one?
He was in Battle of the Atom. Ray's. His mom's Mystique.
He fucked Mystique too?
Who hasn't?
Well, she's like the X-Men Black Widow though, red hair and everything. I mean, yeah, who hasn't hit Mystique? But you know what? I know this might sound weird, but like I couldn't if I
She's had Charles Xavier when he was paralyzed.
But like, that's true. But like You know what? Having sex with Mystique will be weird because Mystique, like, she can, she can change into anybody, right?
Right.
If like, bro, what
is
like,
she whiter than the Grand Canyon at this point, or can she control that?
like, bro, listen, you know what would be funny? Like, what if she turned into a dude just to piss somebody off? I'll be like, bro, I'll be like, yo, I could nah, man. I mean, I can't mess with Mystique.
I remember the House of X storyline. And there's like a sex scene going on with Wolverine and some chick, and it turned out to be Mystique. I'm like, yep.
Hell no, man.
But what's interesting about Reyes is he tried to kill Wolverine in the past.
He tried to kill him in the past.
In the past.
But he wasn't born.
I don't think he cares. But what's interesting is this. Wolverine and Sabretooth, they despise each other. Mm-hmm. Mystique has a son by Sabretooth. You should know this.
Nightcrawler.
No, not Nightcrawler. No. He's a regular ass human. The leader of the Friends for Humanity. Graydon Creed.
Really?
The one that tried to kill all the mutants? You remember in the X-Men animated series, what did they do instead of throwing them in jail?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
They dropped them off to a wooden, a wood house or whatever, where Sabretooth was living. Yeah, go ahead and look it up. Mystique's his mom. Sabretooth is their daddy.
You talking about Graydon Creed?
Yeah.
Years ago, Mystique had an affair with Victor Creed and had their son Graydon.
How messed up is that she had a son with Sabretooth and in the future has a son with Wolverine?
That's some bullshit. You know what? That's some ultimate disrespect. That's like having a son, having a kid with a blood, and having a kid with a Crip. Come on, man.
But that's nothing. Dalkin, his son, Wolverine's son?
His son's son.
His biological son.
Biological son.
He's had Mystique too.
So how the fuck the dad and the son hit?
I have no idea.
Hey, what type of shit is that? How the dad and the son hit?
I have no idea, but she went down everybody. I think the only person she's never had is Apocalypse. I don't think Apocalypse even knows what intercourse is.
Yeah, Apocalypse. He don't even know what sex is, man. He probably immune to it or something.
But one of my favorites besides Wolverine is X-23. Everybody knows why her name is X-23. Yeah. She's a 23rd clone.
Yeah.
But nope. Not anymore. They reconned her damn...
They retconned her shit.
Yup. And what pissed me off about this whole entire thing when they did it, old woman Laura was out. And that storyline was about her clone cells were breaking down. But, and during to the Animanium agenda, it was Iron Man and a whole lot of other people, and X-23 was a part of it. Everybody knows how Iron Man is. He's going to hack the files and download it for himself.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He's like, Laura, who's X-23, I got something to tell you. You're not a clone. They brainwashed Wolverine to have sex with this one lady, and you were the result. They didn't need to brainwash Wolverine. All they had to do was give him maybe a 24-pack.
Give him a 24-pack of Black Blue and a couple of cigars, he's good.
Exactly. This guy has so many kids out there from drunken escapades, except for one, Dakin, because, that was the love of his life. Yeah. Besides Winter Soldier killing her. But him, I want to see more of, because, he's something. He's a character. I mean, I can go on and on and on about him. He has so much potential in becoming one of the greatest villains, anti-heroes, greatest assassins. We're talking about a guy during the Dark Avengers saga cut up Punisher into pieces and made that awful storyline, Punisher, or Punisher Frankenstein.
That was one of the worst storylines I've ever seen in my life. I seen that shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Try reading it.
Freaking Punisher.
Try reading it.
What's that? That's the furnace or something?
Oh, that's AC. I think. No, that's a compressor. My bad.
But yeah. I was like, bro, like, so he was. What's his name? Frankie Castle.
Something that was just terrible.
I was like, you gotta be fucking.
He's in Monster Island. His body's mysteriously healed by some stupid gem.
You know what? One of the best Punisher stories was though.
What?
You're probably not gonna agree. It's actually Magic Bullets, Punisher, and Doctor Strange. That shit was hot to me. You don't like that? I knew he was gonna disagree. Marlboro number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
I tell them why, too.
Marlboro
tell them why.
He is smoking a Marlboro because I said that Magic Bullets comic was hot.
Punisher Max was way better.
Hey, that's a good team up though, Doctor Strange and Punisher. I mean, two completely opposite people though. Like,
okay, they also mashed up Captain America and Doctor Strange. I mean, what you want to go on about that one too?
Yeah, well, no, I haven't seen that one, but I haven't read that one. But what, that one was bad?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Captain America.
They mashed. Hold on, let me interrupt you. That universe, you know who they mashed up?
Who?
Doctor Strange and Captain America. Thor and Iron Man.
Well, Thor Iron Man kind of.
Iron Hammer is his name.
That sounds trash. That's whack.
Black Panther and Ghost Rider.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't really a fan of that.
I could think that.
I wasn't a fan of that. Because, you know, the Panther, the Fire Panther on the bicycle. No, man.
No, he's not on a bicycle. He's on a panther.
Well, Panther. Yeah, Panther on fire.
And Scarlet Witch and X-23. Weapon Hex.
That's actually a clever name, though, but Weapon Hex. I like
the storyline was weird.
Yeah, Weapon Hex.
That whole thing, to me, that whole thing was completely weak.
What about, you know, like on War of the Realms, Doctor Strange? Well, this is not even like this is more of a mashup. Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. Basically, Captain Marvel then mixed up with Doctor. Well, she got the sorcerer powers and he got Captain Marvel powers.
I'm gonna walk away from you now.
I never said it. I never said it was hot or nothing. I just said.
Say, if you said that was hot, I was like, this is our last episode, ladies and gentlemen. I quit.
We gonna make Kane smoke the whole pack tonight.
And I'll go downstairs and get another one.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't really care about that Black Panther and Ghost Rider joint, but I mean I legitimately like the Strange and Punisher. I thought it was a cool little team up, but
you do know about Johnny Blaze, what he's up to nowadays.
What?
He's the king of hell.
Really?
Yep.
So he's the devil.
In retrospect, yes.
He's Satan.
And guess I can't wait for the new Ghost Rider story arc to come out because I'm a huge fan of Danny and Johnny. A little bit of Robbie.
I was about to say, you don't like Robbie, do you?
Not much.
Robbie got the car though. That's why he's cool. The car is cool.
It's just the car. Yeah. But he complains like an emo. Mm-hmm. I don't want these powers anymore. Well. Maybe you shouldn't have went racing that day and got yourself killed, retard.
You know, speaking of Ghost Rider, I read some article that yesterday about they was thinking about making a Ghost Rider and Hellstorm show called Journey into Fear.
I mean, I don't want that as a show. A movie would be way better because the effects will be way
trash.
No,
I'm saying it'll be trash on the TV. Yeah, you need a lot of special effects for that.
I mean, you got on the DC Universe app, you got Swamp Thing that cost him $80 million.
Yeah, that's why they had to cancel it.
No, because of his stupid accountant. I still blame him.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says. It's his fault. But you can imagine that being $80 million, and that's Swamp Thing. You got two people. One that's basically Satan's child. Well, he is Satan's child. You got Ghost Rider. I mean, Agents of Shield did an amazing job with that one, but look how many episodes he was in.
Not that many.
Because he's expensive.
Yeah, he was only in like probably, I think like 3 episodes, if that. Probably less than that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, he was in like 3 or 4.
But yeah, that's still not a lot because in Agent of Shield got like what, like 20 episodes in a season, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's still not a lot of appearances.
Yeah, and they had the car because the car is cheaper than the bike.
Which is weird. Well, actually, that's not. Actually, that sounds about right because the bike, it's you
gotta transform the whole damn bike.
Yeah, you see more of the bike. You see the person on the bike instead of the car. So I can understand why the bike might be more expensive. But the car looks cool though.
Oh, the car's a classic.
Yeah, the car is cool, but
apparently, his trunk is a portal to hell. By the way,
yeah,
his trunk of his car.
Yeah, they you know what? I think I discussed this before. I haven't watched that much Agents of Shield, but I have seen those episodes. I feel like Ghost Rider shouldn't have been like in a movie at least. But Ghost Rider is that type of character. I kind of look at Ghost Rider as kind of like Hellboy. He's like a niche character. Not a lot of people hip to him.
No, people who know Marvel knows about Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I know about Ghost Rider, but a lot of people, if you throw Ghost Rider in a movie, then people gonna be looking like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, people are more recognizable. I have to debate you on that one because people are more recognizable to Ghost Rider than Hellboy because, look who owns Hellboy's Dark Horse, or what is it, Image? I believe it's Dark Horse. Yeah, I think I want to say Dark Horse.
I'm about to fact check it. Hold on a second.
But when it comes down to Ghost
Dark Horse.
Yeah, there you go. Dark Horse knows what they're doing, but sometimes they don't. Like they did with the whole Hellboy incident. I mean, you have to be a hardcore comic book fan to know Hellboy.
Yeah. And the people who did Hellboy, the last 3 Hellboys, I don't know, I can't really. I'm not going to say they did it. Now, the first Hellboy was cool. I haven't seen the Golden Army, so I can't speak on that.
Golden Army was okay. The ending kind of killed it.
But like you say, like Hellboy, you got to have somebody that really, really, really that's passionate about the character and knows his comics.
You gotta be like a hardcore comic book fan. When I was young, I stumbled upon him by accident in a comic book store.
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. The first time when I found out about him was in a Savage Dragon comic.
That's going back too.
That's still going way back.
That's going back.
But if you compare the both of them, people who know Marvel know Ghost Rider, while people who just like the movies don't know him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't mean to hurt you, but like when you got the casual audience, they gonna be looking like, who the fuck is this guy? And plus, his appearance, he looks cool, but to the casual, he'll be like terrifying. A guy with a flaming skull, like
especially his stare.
Yeah, his stare, because it's like people look at the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider
and stare,
and like it was almost laughable, to be honest.
Yeah, but in Marvel,
that's how you talk. Curse,
yeah, like, but in the comics, it's one of the most deadliest moves there is.
His stare.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's one person it won't work on.
Mephisto.
Nope.
Who?
Living.
Really?
Deadpool.
Why would it work on him?
I have no idea.
What the hell? Why would it work on him of all people?
No clue. Absolutely no clue. None whatsoever. Oh, I watched Shazam for the first time not too long ago.
Did you like it?
It was cool. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, you know what?
But you have to look at it like this. Everybody who dogs it said, oh, he's not your average superhero. He's a kid.
But see, this is the thing. I probably brought this up in a previous podcast. This is the thing that pissed me off about DC standboys. Now, most DC fan standboys roast some Marvel movies about they're too many jokes, it's too childish, blah blah blah. Shazam comes out. Shazam is literally like a Marvel movie. Everybody praises it. Aquaman comes out. Aquaman has like a Marvel movie feel. Everybody loves it. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't get it, man. Shazam, no, I'm not dissing. I like the Shazam too. I'm not dissing it. It's just that like I see the hypocrisy within the fan base. Shazam is supposed to be like a kid, though. He's supposed to be childish.
He is a child. I mean, not supposed to be. He is. I mean, you saw him in Young Justice when he was like, "Oh, I hung out with them. They're so cool." And this is him in an adult version of him talking. He's like, "They're so cool. This person's so cool.
It's like, look,
I can't wait to go back."
He's like Spider-Man. He like Spider-Man in the movies. Like that's what he is. Personality. He's a kid.
That's because he is. I mean. The wizard Shazam said, "I wanted to wait until you were older."
Yeah.
Given the circumstances, he had no choice.
Yeah.
Well, in the original, there's so many variations, but the main one is he was given the powers of Shazam because of Black Adam returned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but given the circumstances, I personally I love Shazam as a character.
Mm-hmm.
He's just immature. He's just like the part in the movie's like, "I would like to purchase your finest beer, please."
Yeah, I would purchase your finest beer, please.
And then they took a sip of the beer and they're like,
ugh! They threw it out.
And they went back in for Red Bulls and Cheetos.
And Sunkist. You know what? I think that last scene was so fucking whack. So cheese.
The one in the lunchroom?
Yeah, but I know why they did that though. It would have been much cooler if it was actually Henry Cavill as Superman.
That's true.
That's why it was so lame to me, because he obviously beefing with Warner Brothers or whatever. So you just seen a guy in a Superman suit just walk up, and then all they said was, "Oh, look at that," and then they just went to credits. It's like that was so.
You know what? Let me switch to Spider-Man real quick. You know why I like this variation in the Spider-Man movies?
Why? It's true to the comics.
Not besides no.
Spider-Man's supposed to be a kid though.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. I mean, Molten Man there was a real Molten Man.
Molten Man, Hydro Man.
Real Hydro Man.
Yeah, that's facts.
No, but in every single Homecoming, at the very end, when he's wearing this Spider-Man suit that Tony gave back to him, and Aunt May walks in on him, she's like, "What the fuck?" No, it ends up, "What the?"
Yeah, they.
And then you got Far From Home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but Peter's like, "What the?"
The movie been out for a month, man. I mean, ain't no spoiler tag on that shit.
Well, just in case.
Well, yeah, just you never know who might be listening, so yeah.
He's like, "What the?" and it cuts out.
But see, remember what I told you the other day when I was texting you?
What?
That's how they should do Deadpool. It should be a plot device where, like,
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, the idiot director who directed Deadpool 2 says Deadpool should be PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a moment of silence for it.
But see, this is the thing. I think Deadpool should be rated R, but I think that it should be a build-up. Let's just say he can't cuss throughout the majority of the movie, and then some plot device happens where that allows him to curse. But see, remember what I told you?
I think yes, I like your idea. I think they should come out with two of them, PG and the rated R.
Yeah.
The PG one when he doesn't cuss, and then the rated R one when he doesn't cuss, and then what did you say he should do at the end?
He should finally say fuck.
And do what?
And then like have like a celebration montage or something like. But see, this is the thing. Remember I told you, in PG-13 movies, you're allowed to say fuck one time. Yeah. So they can do it that way. They can just spend like the majority of the movie like him unable to cuss and getting bleeped out, and then at one point towards the end where he's finally allowed to say fuck. He should just be running through the city and having unicorns jump everywhere, and then he could just be like, "Oh well, due to MPAA rate standards, I can only say it one time." That's totally Deadpool.
Or
the
he
whole
could just
fourth
have
wall.
the rated R version. I was thinking of he'll do all that, just keeps running around the city saying
fuck, 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 fuck. Yeah, but see, some people say that they should have Deadpool. His solo movie should be R-rated. If he meet up with anybody else, like within the Avengers, it should be PG-13. I mean, that could probably work too.
No,
but
go on.
but look, they was gonna make a Deadpool cartoon. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, who wasn't it? Those twin producers supposed to do it?
No, it was Donald Glover.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Donald Glover he wrote it, produced it, but FX came in and canceled the shit. Look, well, I can't show you.
I believe it. No, I believe it.
No, they do. They had the actual animation going. They had it's a clip of it on the internet. Oh. It's not like they was playing the show and they canceled. He had it. They had it going.
Well, you didn't know they also have an Deadpool anime, and there's a clip of that too.
Where?
There's a clip of it. I've seen it. But I haven't.
Ryan Reynolds not doing the voice,
right? No. Unless he learned how to speak Japanese.
He can be the dub.
Yeah, the dub, yes. But that's about it. I only saw maybe like a minute-long clip.
I gotta look that shit.
I mean, he's made other cameos and one other anime. It was the X-Men anime. It was the very last episode. You saw a lot of cameos from a lot of characters. You saw Magic, you saw Colossus, you saw Deadpool, you saw, I believe it was Nightcrawler, all at the very, very, very end. They didn't have no talking. Great Britain, Captain Britain was in it too. Mm-hmm. Very last episode. No talking, parts, but you saw them. They were recognizable characters. You watched that last episode. You see all of them.
Yeah.
For like a split second now.
Yeah, Deadpool. You know what? Deadpool, it's hard to water him down because I was surprised they didn't water him down in the damn movie, but they let him have free reign. But that's just the one downside of Disney purchasing Fox because everything gonna be kind of toned down a little bit.
No, he's easier to water down.
He's much easier to water down.
I mean, you got hell of a complex characters you cannot water down. I mean, it's almost close to impossible. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I take that back. It's possible, but they're gonna make them somewhat interesting, sometimes good. Joker is the best example. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to Heath Ledger, what he did was amazing, but in my opinion, they watered Joker down over 90%.
But see, this is the thing. A lot of people get pissed at me when I say this. The Dark Knight, that wasn't Batman and that wasn't Joker. That wasn't truly Joker. That wasn't truly Batman.
Well,
either.
But the true Joker would have just exploded the hospital with everybody in it, not giving no damn warning.
Yeah, he wouldn't have just told y'all. He wouldn't even say shit. Boom, press the button. Boom, I did it.
The only time when he'll announce it is when he's bored and wants to play.
Yeah. Joker is not going to give you a whole speech like if Batman doesn't reveal himself in 24 hours, every person dies.
Here's the thing. Joker knows who Batman is. He's always known. Mm-hmm. But he just doesn't say anything.
He doesn't say anything about it.
There's only certain characters who know who Batman is. Ra's al Ghul knows. Bane. Joker.
Bane figured that shit out.
Hush.
Yeah.
Riddler. Well, not anymore. Because they retconned that. I mean, there's a lot of people who know. But Joker knows. Joker has broken into the Batcave more than one occasion.
That's right.
You gotta tell me, as smart as he is, he's not gonna figure it out. It's under Wayne Manor.
No, it can happen. I mean, it did happen in the comics. I mean, you can't.
And the Batman Who Laughs story arc, he broke into the Batcave. He tried to kill himself, but technically he did, but they brought him back to life. But that just shows he knows who Batman is.
Hey, speaking of Joker, not just Joker, Batman. You heard Kevin Conroy is playing Batman in live action, right?
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, well, he's obviously going to be Bruce Wayne. He's not going to be Batman, but it's going to be in the Crisis. I think I think they're doing Crisis just like I think it's just going to be like a yearly event now. They're going to do Crisis every year now.
No, because I think they're gonna kill off Oliver in it because this is Oliver's
final
last year.
season. Yeah,
I don't know why, Oliver, you're stupid.
Yeah,
because he wants. Like I have respect for the actor. What? How do you say his stupid name?
Stephen Arnell. Stephen Arnell.
He is joining AEW.
You fucking lying.
You should have seen that coming. I mean, look.
He's gonna be. If anything, I thought he was gonna be in WWE.
Oh no, dude! You're a fan of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
The Vigilante Club. The honorary member.
Oh, that is right. That's crazy.
Look who is one of his greatest friends is. Cody.
Yep.
Cody's in that show how many times? He's in there for 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on and on.
Yeah, Cody was in there. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Cody was. That was not too long ago.
No.
Yeah, it was like earlier this year or something. Yeah, you're right.
In 2 seasons he's been in it, but not like straight.
He just made like a couple cameo appearances.
No, not cameos. No, he was a villain in a couple episodes. And in one of the seasons, the last season, when he was in jail, in prison, I should say.
Yeah.
One of the other prisoners was Cody.
That's crazy. Wow.
He's had matches in All Out. I mean, All In.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he has a match in All Out this upcoming little get together they're having. I believe, if the rumors are correct, and from what he's been hinting on Twitter, he's going to be on the first episode of AEW.
In the fall when they come on the TV.
October 2nd.
Man, I cannot wait, man.
On TNT. Thank you.
And you know what? I said this before. CM Punk needs to come.
He is.
He needs to, man. I mean,
you know an interesting thing about CM Punk. He like when DC was making Necessary Evil documentary. You know who was one of the first people DC went to?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
He actually wrote a few comics, I believe, or he wrote. I know. Yeah.
I doubt that.
Look. Because him and AJ Lee are big comic people. So,
I didn't know about AJ Lee, but I knew about CM Punk being a huge comic book fan. I mean, he admits Joker is his favorite.
Hold on, because I couldn't sworn CM Punk then dabbled to try to write a comic somewhere.
I mean, they probably tried and didn't get it off the ground.
Hold on, I think he was like a guest writer or something. He didn't try to like flat out, Hold on, but Stabbing fan of defamation, institutional statement. No, that's not. Hold on. Yeah, it says right here, CM Punk is American mixed martial artist, comic book writer, and retired professional wrestler. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what comic he wrote. Oh, storylines. It says right here, CM Punk has wrote the introduction for the hardcore cover edition of Marvel Comics 2012 crossover event, Avengers vs. X-Men, and described the opportunity as a geek dream come true.
Then they must have used his real name because I don't remember seeing his name.
Bill Brooks. They probably, February 2015, Marvel Comics Thor Annual #1, partially written by Brooks, was released. He co-wrote Most Cursed, which appeared in Vertigo Comics' Strange Sports Stories in #3 in May of 2015. Brooks also co-wrote Marvel Comics Drax ongoing series. He also wrote a one-shot, Marvel's Master of Kung Fu, which was published in November 2017.
And you notice I'm listening to all of this. He must have not made a hell of an impact because I probably read him but don't remember anything.
Yeah, he probably didn't. Yeah. See, the most impact that he probably... They said right here he wrote a Drax comic. Nobody's reading a Drax comic.
No one reads Drax.
Nobody cares about Drax, bro. Not in the comics, at least.
let's get off of them, because like you're mentioning all of this. You're like, okay, I can ask, probably I can call a couple of friends of mine that are like, probably read it, but I don't remember. You know, especially when once one of the names you used, Thor. Thor hasn't become relevant in solo comics in a while.
Yeah, Thor ain't been relevant in a long ass time in the comics. But
No, but what's that new horror genre DC's coming out with? Over the Hill?
I ain't heard about this.
Yeah, they're coming out with a horror genre. I mean, I personally I can't wait because they're already having some horror movie legends writing some of these comics, and this is a no holds barred, like anything goes.
House of Horror.
No.
Oh no, wait. It says right here, Joe Hill to oversee write DC horror comics, but it's not like an official name for it yet.
No, I believe I want to say something had to do with the Over the Hill or On the Hill or something like that. All I know is like I saw who's writing certain ones, and these ain't no pushovers for horror movies. Hill House.
Yeah.
Hill House. I mean, I told you this has something to do with Hill. I don't know why I keep forgetting. But some of these people who's gonna be writing some of these issues, some of these arcs, aren't no pushovers in a horror movie genre. Are not no pushovers, man.
They're horror movie vets.
Yup.
Horror vets.
And what's great about it is them doing comics. Their vision could be fully utilized instead of being limited in movies. See, movies you're always limited. Cartoons, anime, comics.
It's like you got 2 hours to tell a story, and plus on top of that, you got somebody in your ear telling you what you can and cannot say,
Exactly.
you can and cannot do.
Then you got comics, novels, animation, anime. There's no holds barred.
Yeah, but see, before we get out of here, I'm glad you brought that up, because I read something the other night pertaining to like because you know, as you guys know, I'm into movies a lot, and I read up a lot on the history of movies. So they had something called the Hays Code. Now the Hays Code, in short, is basically like back in like up until from like the 30s all the way up until the 60s or the early 70s. The Hays Code was based. This is Marvel number 4. Kane has. The Hays Code was actually like a guideline, a code book of what you can and cannot do in a movie. So when that Hays Code went away, around the 70s, that's when you seen all the dark shit in movies, like drug dealers and like, you know, high crime and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because comics had the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the comic book code of conduct or some shit like that. And then every comic, you seen a little stamp of approval that said approved by the code of comics or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So when they took that away sometime in like, I think like the late 70s, that's when in the 80s, that's when you seen all the dark superheroes come out, like the Batmans, the Wolverines, the Daredevils, the Punishers. That's when you started seeing all the dark superheroes come out.
But yeah. No, but like here's one thing. I'm scratching my head at this. I mean, this Deceased, what DC is doing, I love it. You know, but Marvel, as smart as they are rebooting Marvel Zombies. Why are you rebooting Marvel Zombies?
I'm gonna need that cigarette in a minute. Why are they rebooting Marvel Zombies? Nobody cares.
The first time it came out, it was awesome. The first run was awesome. Second one was okay. Third one, okay, go away. Secret Wars with Battle World, Secret Wars with zombies in it, go away.
But see, part of the reboot, I feel, has something to do with the Spider-Man Far From Home, because you remember when Mysterio was hitting him with the well, spoiler alert, Mysterio was hitting him with the illusions, and the Iron Man came up out the grave.
Okay, but that's still not Marvel Zombies.
People all over the internet like, oh my god, that was a Marvel Zombies reference. I didn't even think of that when I first seen that.
Okay, yeah, that could be Marvel Zombies reference, but why reboot the whole damn thing?
Right.
No, the last run was terrible.
Yeah, that shit was whack. Shit was mad whack.
It was whack.
That shit was whack, man.
But I do have a favor. Was asked a favor, and this is a cool kid. He's a very cool kid.
Right.
His name is Javion, and his favorite superhero is the Flash, Barry Allen.
Okay.
So give me 1 minute, because I did promise him.
Okay.
To do this for him. I mean, he's a good kid, so he's a very good kid. Just let me pull this up. Sorry, I should have had this ready. But, yep. Knowing me. Now it just doesn't want to work. Did you know that Barry Allen had a twin brother?
No, I did not.
Yep. He had a twin brother. Barry Allen and a twin brother were born to two weeks late. I don't know why. To Henry and Nora Allen in a small Midwestern town of Iowa. The brother was pronounced stillborn by Dr. Gilmore. However, in actuality, he had been born healthy and given to another family, the Thawns. Yep. Whose child had died during birth. The lateness of Barry's birth only foreshadowed his bad habit of always being late. Yes, even in birth, Barry was late. For being the fastest man alive, this guy is late to everything. Well, you didn't know about that joke?
What, say it again? Because I was a little lost. Say it again.
Barry Allen is always late.
Yeah, because of the timeline joke.
No. He's always on. When there's a crime being committed, he's there. If something bad is happening, he's there. Personal life, he's late.
No, I'm not into that joke.
Yeah, he's always late. He's late to his own parties. He was late to his own birthday.
Late to dates and shit.
He was late to his wedding. Yeah. Fastest man alive, ladies and gentlemen. He's always late. Let me see. Barry grew up reading the adventures of his favorite superhero, Jay Garrick, the original Flash, and acted many of his hero's adventures out with his friends and future actress Daphne Dean. Daphne Dean. Daphne, yep. When he was a child, his mother was killed and his father was convicted of the crime. The drive to prove his father's innocence has given Barry a strong belief in justice. In high school, Barry had a reputation of being slow and easygoing. On his first date, he went to a carnival. His date had wanted to put a little motion in his life, but they had went on a roller coaster first thing. Because of this, he developed a fear of roller coasters, a fear that he didn't get rid of until much later in his life. Barry loved chemistry from an early age, and he helped his skills as a farmer. He won first place in a Fallville County Fair, a prize which included a scholarship to Sun City University. He graduated in 3 years with a major in organic chemistry and a major in criminology. While a senior, Barry helped the authorities apprehend a bank robber. He was offered a job as a police scientist for the Central City Police Department, Scientific Detection Bureau. Eager to be in the sister city of his childhood hero's home, Keystone, he accepted the offer. After moving to Central City and getting an apartment with a laboratory in the back, Barry began dating Picture News reporter Iris West, whom he met while examining an apparent murder that she was reporting. She was charmed by his honesty and stability That night, during an electrical storm, Barry returned to his to an experiment after a short break. All of a sudden, a bolt of lightning, and remember that. I want you to remember that bolt of lightning, Abel. That bolt,
Okay.
because there's a plot twist in this one. Let me see. A bolt of lightning streaked through his window, shattering the chemical cabinet and covered Barry in electrified chemicals. Dazed, he decided to return home in a taxi. However, the taxi started to pull away. Without noticing him, Barry sprinted after it, only to run straight past it, as if it had been standing still. He decided to sit down and recollect his thoughts at a dinner. A passing waitress accidentally spilled an item of her tray onto Barry, who amazingly caught them all in midair and returned them to the tray. The next day, Barry saved Iris from a stray bullet. There was no question about it. The freak accident had somehow given Barry superhuman speed. Decided to use his powers to help humanity, Barry designed a special costume. He used special cold cast polyester he developed in college, which he could mold it into miniature outfits from liquid material. That, when submerged in a special liquid, became sensitive to hydrogen. Expand on contact with hydrogen in the air, a charge from a battery-powered ring he wore on his finger caused the fabric to release the extra hydrogen and shrink into the ring. Don't worry about it, Abel. I'm almost done. He later...
I'm not rushing.
Yeah, I can't tell.
No, not at all.
He later revised the process, making the fabric sensitive to nitrogen instead. He called himself the Flash, a tribute to his childhood idol. He briefly considered wearing a costume that would show his face, like Jay had, but decided that it would be best to wear a mask to conceal his true identity. The first villain he faced was the Turtle Man. And here's I mean, that's just a slow
What?
Oh, it is slow as hell. I mean, what's interesting about Turtle Man, he controls the still force.
So there's a speed force and a still force.
Oh, there's a lot of forces. There's still force, speed force, power force, or what? Strength force. I mean, the whole thing just became stupid. Then this is the Justice League era. As the Flash, Barry later became a founding member of the Justice League, where he befriended Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, with whom he had many adventures, both with and without the Justice League. Later, he discovered that Jay Garrick was real and became friends with him as well. Now, Kid Flash, the adult one, who now is an adult.
Not the child.
Nope. And long story short, it's Iris's nephew who idolized him, but coincidentally had the same accident. So he wound up marrying Iris West, but where is it? In Crisis of Infinity Earths, very infinite, whatever. Shut up. This is during the time when Barry retired. He was living his retirement in the 30th century.
The 30th century.
Yep.
Wow.
He came back, prevented the Anti-Monitor's weapon by getting lost in the speed, because he ran so fast, he entered the Speed Force forever. Let me see here. He came back during Infinite Crisis. Barry Allen's soul appeared from the Speed Force along with Johnny Quick and Max Mercury to help his grandson Bart deal with Superboy Prime. Now that's somebody I do not want to deal with.
Yeah, I did my research on Superboy Prime. Nah, I don't want to fuck with him.
He's just like a spoiled little brat. Like, dude, like, go somewhere. Go away. Go sit down. But in Final Crisis, he came back. You know, came back to life and everything. In Rebirth, oh man. Remember when I told you to remember
the lightning bolt?
The lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, yeah.
He was chasing Zoom. He became so fast when they were traveling all through all this stuff. The lightning bolt that hit him was himself.
Oh shit! Whoa! Plot twist. That was his own lightning bolt.
No, it was him.
Him hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But it's still great. I mean, when you think about all the Flashes, the smartest one is adult Wally, because he learned to manipulate the Speed Force and even change his costume, like change the design of it mid-run.
Yeah, I will agree with that. That he was the smartest one.
And you can always tell by the lightning with the Speedsters. You know, Barry obviously has the yellow.
Yeah.
Adult Wally has white. You know, what's signified about the white one is not because of purity. It was stated that he runs so fast, color cannot touch Wally's lightning.
That's crazy.
And what makes adult Wally, faster than the rest, all the Speedsters had to use the cosmic treadmill to go back and forth in time.
It's a cosmic treadmill.
Wally didn't. He could run to and from, back and forth. I mean, they reconned it for Barry, for the whole Flashpoint incident. But the first one to run into time
Was Wally West.
was Wally. I mean, you know how fast you gotta be to do that?
You have to be faster than the fucking speed of light to do that.
All the Flashes, basically like 90% of the Flash. Oh no, wait, all the Flashes are, except for Jay maybe, is faster than the speed of light.
It's like you gotta run like probably 10 times faster than the speed of light just for that. I'm talking about it's faster than that.
Exactly. When there was a message that needed to be, when Wally had a message to deliver. No, correction. It was Barry. Barry had to deliver a message to Batman. Batman's, and this is a quote from that comics that you could have just called. It's like, yeah, but I'm faster. Batman says, we have to put that to the test. They never did it, but yeah, but that's a real quote from the both of them. But what was awesome about Flashpoint was the very end. Whoever read Flashpoint and everything. In long story short, Bruce Wayne isn't Batman. It's Thomas. Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, Flashpoint. Yeah, Thomas Wayne is Batman. Thomas Wayne is Batman.
Because Bruce was killed instead of the parents.
Right, exactly. It was the inverse of it.
Yeah. You know, his mom became Joker, his dad became Batman.
Yeah.
But at the very end of near the end of Flashpoint, when Batman was supposedly dying, he gave Barry a letter for Bruce. So when he fixed the timeline, they're all in the Batcave. It was him, it was Bruce Wayne, Batman, and Barry Allen. And they're in the Batcave. They're talking about it. He's saying he still remembers all the birthdays and everything with his mom and all that. But Batman, being Batman, just you can sense that he's not interested because he's doing something. I believe he was working on his utility belt, and you know how important that is.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he gives Batman the letter. He's like, this is my father's handwriting. He opens it, jumps from his seat, then falls right back into it and starts crying. He said, one of the most emotional things I've ever seen. One of the best scenes I've ever seen in DC Comics. He takes off his mask, and you see a tear running down his face. He says, "Barry, you're one hell of a messenger."
Damn.
Imagine getting a letter from your father from an alternate timeline because your father is dead, telling you to have a nice life, you don't have to be Batman no more and all that stuff, and basically says, "I'm proud of you and I love you." I mean, that's deep.
Yeah, that's, my eyes are watering a little bit thinking about that.
But yeah, Flash's Rogues Gallery doesn't want to kill him.
I still don't understand why, but whatever. I mean,
They're just guys trying to survive.
It's like, I understand.
Captain Cold says it best. We got bills we gotta pay.
Oh, that's right. We got bills to pay.
That's why they're robbing banks.
I don't mean to hurt you, Barry or Wally.
It's like I said earlier, you can come up with a plan that guarantees the death of all the Flashes, and they'll say no. You go up to any other superhero, Rogues Gallery, Batman's, Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Spider-Man.
They'll be like,
let's do it.
The villain's like, I want his head right now.
They're like, let's do it. Like, not now, but right now.
Right now, yeah, not now, right now. And ask Carnage. Carnage will kill him in a heartbeat.
Oh, please don't mention Carnage right now, man. That absolute Carnage.
Yeah, actually, Carnage shit trash, by the way. Shit whack.
Leave Carnage alone. If you guys want to do something with Carnage, put him, make him as good as he used to be. Not with the symbiote god. No's a dumbass.
It's like nothing will ever top the Max Carnage storyline.
Hell yeah, nothing will top that. I mean, now having a symbiote god.
Fuck out of here.
You
symbiote god.
Yeah, no. We don't know nothing about him. No one wants to know anything about him. Me, I love comics and I love Venom. But a god. There's a symbiote god. Go away. Like, I'd rather read, the adventures of My Little Pony than that asshole. Oh yeah, by the way, and I will show you proof of this. So, when I'm bored, I look up random things.
Yeah, so do I. Random ass research.
Yeah, but you didn't find this. When I say Care Bears, what do you think of?
You say what?
When I say Care Bears, what do you think of?
The Care Bears, like little, cute, friendly, soft-spoken, colorful animals.
So there's a straight to VHS movie that came out years and years, like God knows how many years ago, called Care Bears Find and Kill God. Oh, no, you don't have to do your research. It's right here. I can pull up the picture for you right now.
Are you there, God? Is me, Margaret? This is a Photoshop.
No, it's not. I found it online. I found the actual movie.
This was okay. They greenlit that shit.
Apparently. But let me ask you this before we go. You, as big into movies as you are, the stuff that came out in the 80s that was rated R, would it be rated R now?
Hell no.
That's how I figured it.
It was a different era back then. Now, I'm gonna say this. You know that movie called The Thing? I'm pretty sure you know about The Thing. That movie was horrifying in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Fucking horrifying. But if you put that shit out now, they'll be looking at calling that shit corny. Because back then they had to actually make the shit by hand. It was no CGI. So well, I ain't talking about. Yeah, they didn't have the CGI to make that. You got to make that shit by hand. Therefore, to me, it's more scarier. But now I look at horror movies now. A lot of this shit not even scary. I look at like look. They made a sequel, a prequel to The Thing, right? About like 7 or 8 years ago.
I'm not watching it.
Listen, well, I don't know. You want me to spoil it for you?
Sure.
All right, look. It's a prequel, and you know how like in the original '80s one, they was inside of a Norwegian camp or whatever, Norwegian base or whatever.
Right.
This one, no, I'm tripping. No, that was the prequel.
Oh.
This one was the first one was the American base.
Thank you, Norway.
So this is what happened. The whole movie is basically like the CGI creatures, and it's not even close as scary as the one in the '80s. Because in your brain, when stuff is like digitized, you know that shit fake. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know that shit fake, so you just not really intimidated by it. But the whole the reason how it connects to the old one. Because you remember the dog from the first movie?
Yep.
Yeah, how the first movie opened with the dog, they were chasing the dog in a helicopter.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. They burnt up that base, right? And the main girl escaped, but you never knew what happened to her because it was 2 people left.
Right.
So then they were sitting in the snowcat. So you know how like you can tell when somebody the thing when they don't have their earrings or their dental fillings or whatever. So this is what happened. She found out that he didn't have his earring, so she burnt him up. She found out that he was a thing.
Oh.
So then she got in the Hellcat, and all she did was look for it out in the snow, and that was it for her. You don't know what happened to her. So there was a guy that was hiding in a shack in the burnt up base. The helicopter landed, right? So then the guy came out with a sniper rifle. He said, "Let me see your mouth. Let me see your fillings. You got your dental fillings in?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm human." So then they was talking, right? So then the dog hopped out of the shack and just took off running. He said, "Follow that fucking dog." And then they got in a helicopter. He started shooting at the dog, and then the movie went off. And that's how the old one started.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of trash though.
I mean, they waited 30 years for a prequel.
Yeah, honestly, Kane, they thinking about making a remake of the original one, and I hope they don't do that.
They're going to anyway. I mean,
because you can't recreate that type of shit.
I mean, look at how many recreations they did, reboots. They did Freddy Krueger's.
Freddy Krueger's not scary to me. Well, today's Freddy Krueger is not scary.
Nope. Then they did Friday. What was it? That was Nightmare on Elm Street. I apologize. Then they did Friday the 13th. Then they did Halloween.
Yeah.
Leave the reboots alone. Come up with a better idea.
Oh, new Halloween coming next year. Halloween, whatever the fuck they on now. Like, how many times you gonna chase Jamie Lee Curtis around, man?
Didn't she die in one of them?
Yeah, I think she did.
She did. I know for a fact she did because I remember in the opening scene of one of them, they're in a mental institution. She kills herself.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's back to life. Did you know that? I know for a fact you're familiar with Nika figures, right?
Yeah. I am.
Do not go near the Jamie Lee Curtis ones because she did not want Nika to design it, which they're amazing at designing it. Look what they did.
They're like hot toys.
Right.
They're amazing. Yeah.
No, Jamie wanted to create her own. That's why this is the lowest selling one ever. It doesn't even look like her. Looks like an old version of Britney Spears with gray hair. Like, come on now, you're not that pretty, Jamie. Come on.
Look, before we sign off, I'm just gonna say this one thing. The greatest horror movie, and I'm not really a big horror movie guy, but the greatest horror movie I ever seen, most original horror movie ever, for me, in my opinion, was the first Final Destination. That was the greatest horror movie
You are high.
How am I high? Dude,
The best
how original is it when the not just a person trying to kill you, it's death itself. You can't get no more original than that. It's a fucking...
One word.
What?
Hellraiser.
Man, Hellraiser trash, man.
Now it is, but part one and two was amazing. You skinned the guy alive.
Yeah, that was some brutal shit. Yeah.
And then the guy turns out the guy who they skinned alive, he kills his brother and wears his skin.
Yeah, that's some brutal shit. I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, you really want to? You're talking about Final Destination.
Look, we can listen. Final Destination is so scary to me. Some shit can go down right now. To
I'm
both
never
of us.
watching a horror movie with you
Look,
like that's dead.
You know how crazy that look.
No,
This outlet can explode, and I can catch you on fire, and then the light can fall on your head.
oh, let me guess, a meteorite's gonna come down to you.
No,
and
that is no.
all of a sudden,
No.
an imagined freaking dragon will appear out of nowhere.
Okay, that's too outrageous. No, that's not. No, that's not gonna happen.
No, let me guess. The underwear gnomes are gonna take my underwear too.
Oh shit! All right, y'all. We gonna call the show.
Because I really want to get away from Abel right now. After what he just said, yeah, I really want to get away from him. Final Destination. Yeah, here's your Final Destination. Bye.
This is Abel. I am Abel, and this is Kane. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Abel right now because he likes Final Destination.
This light gonna fall on his head.
I'd rather for the light fall on my head than what you just told me.